Hello everybody. Today's video is talking about differential equations. This sounds like a fairly complicated topic, but it's actually pretty straightforward, and for what we're going to be talking about, it's pretty easy. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, what is a differential equation? Well, the bare bones simple part of it is it's a derivative inside of an equation. So you've seen some of the basic ones where you have the derivative equals some function. Well, that is a differential equation. The difference between a regular differential equation and this normally, though, is you might have multiple derivatives inside the same equation, or you can still have it based off of y for your derivative. So there's a bunch of things that could end up happening. But we're going to be talking mostly about simple and separable. For the simple ones, it's just your derivative is equal to some function of x, in which case you just find the indefinite integral as normal. So from there, there's absolutely no difference between just finding an indefinite integral as opposed to solving a differential equation. The more difficult form is the separable differential equation, which is something where you have a function of y and a function of x multiplied together. Or it could be division, doesn't particularly matter. To solve these equations, you need to get all the terms with a y on one side and all the terms with an x on the other side. This includes the dy dx. All right, so once you have that done, you just find the indefinite integral of each side based on whatever variables on that side. And that's it. So those are the two forms that we're going to be paying attention to. There are additional forms that you can learn later in mathematics, but you guys aren't going to need those. So not going to pay any attention to them. Unless you get to those level of classes, don't even know they exist. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at an example of the separable form. So go ahead and take a look at this one and try and go from there. All right, hopefully you've tried it. And your first step, multiply both sides by dx over y, because that'll get the y's on the left and the x's on the right. So go from there. All right, with some simplification, you should just have this equation here. So go ahead and try. And if you don't know what you're supposed to do, take the integral of both sides with respect to its own variable. All right, and hopefully you get this right here. Now, you could simplify it a little bit to make it a bit nicer. Have it e to some exponent instead of the natural log of y, but it's not that big of a deal. All right. Now, keep in mind, you do have to deal with some forms for your actual answers on your homework, but I'll talk about those in class on Monday. See you then.